That is
It's not
baffling.
above board.
Yeah,
No.
it's not him turning over a new leaf, shall we say?
It's
No,
like
no, no.
putting Michael Myers in a asylum and then just giving him a knife.
With Mike
Like,
Myers.
Well, they essentially do that in the first of the new Halloweens, don't they? Where they just turn up and like dangle the mask in his face,
uh,
like, "Hey,
Yeah,
here's your mask.
exactly.
It sends you
Yeah.
crazy."
That's had so many problems with that, though. Not to get into a Halloween tangent, but it's like, because they had a whole big thing, like, we're cutting out all the sequels. So only the first movie happened. And it's like, that mask wasn't like a magic mask or anything. It was just a random mask.
Yeah,
he
but I
picked
think
up.
it's meant to be tied to his psychosis, isn't it? It's like it kind of triggers him.
Yeah, but he wore like a clown mask and stuff. I think any old mask, but then they do the whole thing in that and Halloween Kills, where they have to they keep treating him as if he was the mental, like, mass murderer of the sequels.
Yeah,
That's the
I
confusing
agree.
thing.
Yeah, it does feel like they're going off of that. He's got a massive thing. It's an infamy. And yet they're also saying no, only the first one happened.
Yeah.
So
Well,
really, he just killed a few people, and that's it.
That's
Yeah,
what I
like
don't
three-
get. Like the first of the new ones is explicitly like this is a sequel to one. Yeah, okay, but then Kills. It's kind of like if you don't know the history of the sequels, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's also, I think then they realize, like, we kept building this, like, the whole thing with the mask and them all the people standing way miles away from him and really treating him as if he was, like, the devil himself.
Yeah.
That's like, it's fair enough when, Donald Pleasance is doing that in the movie because he spent all this time with him. But to the average person, they'd be like, Michael Myers was some guy who killed, like, 3 people one night.
Years
And
ago.
we arrested him. And that was, like, 40, 50 years ago. Who cares? But they treat it as if, like, this guy is Satan incarnate and everybody knows who
They
he
know the
would
films.
Yeah, they would know that if he was, like, Mike Myers, who fucking kept breaking out and, like, he killed, like, 45 people. And I think that's why in Halloween Kills, they have to get that back. So then they have him kill, like, 50 people in a row.
But
and
then
it gets
that's
ridiculous.
too much. It's oh, geez.
I didn't mind it in the beginning when he comes out the fire and he kills a load of people. But later on, you're like, oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Well, when he
They had all the
literally
endings.
kills about like 40 people in a row in that film.
It's really ridiculous too, because it's like it's just so frustrating. Where it's like, all right, they got the mask. Judy Greer lures him in with the mask, and then he's down, and it's like, go over and fucking stab him in the head. Just chop his head off. Just
Smash
do
his
something.
skull.
Yeah.
But she's like, you know what? He's good. And then like. Then, they had a whole thing earlier on where they all came in the same time, beat the crap out of him, in unison. For some reason at the end, then he's killing them all as if they were just attacking them one by one. And it's like, what is this? What? It felt like you kind of learned the faults of,
I feel like
your
Sydney
scheme.
should have turned up and been like, always shoot him in the head, you idiot. Like,
Yeah.
finish
Oh,
them.
I had a lot of problems with Kills. And
Yeah,
it's
I
not a
did.
bad film, but,
I love it because it was just such a dirge. There's like all the other Halloween movies I find are like fun. But that one was just like, this is just a guy just killing him. Like it was that bit where like they set the tone early on when he kills the old couple.
Oh,
That's
that's
just a-
horrible.
God,
yeah.
that bit is really good.
Yeah.
But that bit fits with the films, I feel like. Doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's really emphasizing this. He's an evil, but it's not like but when he's killing like annoying teenagers, I'm fine with that. But it was like, it's like a happily married couple. Like,
And she's there watching as well, so he's just going with more knives.
Yeah, that bit. Oh, I found that a bit. The worst. This is the most off topic again. The bit that really got me though that I didn't like is when they all think it's the other guy, and they're
Yes.
chasing him, and he just jumps off the building, and you get one of my favorite camera shots of all time, where it's like first person as he jumps off the roof. Great, but the aftermath is so grotesque. It's too much for me. I was like, oh no, oh Jesus, oh
Yeah.
And I know that's probably what it would look like, but I don't need to see it.
But again, also though, everybody in town knows Michael Myers, and yet they don't know that this little tiny guy isn't. I guess you could be like, that's a mob mentality and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what
the
it's
point
meant
they're
to
going
be. It's like the mob mentality has overtaken them so much that they're not thinking straight. They're just going
Yeah.
crazy.
for. I think what movie did that well? Halloween 4.
Yeah.
And I didn't have those questions after watching that. I was like, I get
It's
it.
true.
I understand. As if Halloween 4 wasn't that bad a sequel.
Well-
and you didn't need to like eradicate it from history as if it was like some dirt on your shoe.
Oh, I'm glad you've listened to Halloween Minute here, listeners.
Yeah. But
Is there a Halloween Minute?
Yeah, there was Michael Myers minute.
Oh
Robert
yeah,
Black did it.
there was. Ignore me. Yeah, I was
He
thinking.
kept saying he was going to do the sequels too. Yet to materialize. Like, I'm waiting, Robert. I'm waiting to get in to talk about Halloween too.
Get on him.
Yeah. But yeah. There's we do get that little shot of the Cure going into the drip, like Batman inserting that, and it's I guess it's just a dandy little thing. It just has a little thing to slot in. As far as I know, that is a thing you would have in hospitals and stuff. But if you needed to add something to the painkillers and stuff, you'd have to have a little thing to just put it in the side. I guess
it looks kind of accurate to me. I don't work on the ward. I kind of work because a lot of our patients, some of them are like prisoners and stuff, so I don't really see them. But this looks kind of right, I think. Yeah.
One thing